You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose, make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
First carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Watson off play action. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sione Takitaki gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. They go play action now. Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But if you're a fan of defense, especially this defense, you like what you're seeing here in the early going. Play with some great energy. Already have a sack, and on that one, came back and forced an incompletion. They're getting after him.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. That's taken on the 25. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Now left side on the swing pass. And out of bounds right around the 20. The Ravens sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And if we look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Let's face it, anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits in this era of high-flying offenses, that's saying something.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't lost.
Yeah, there was no doubt. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high, so maybe give him a couple easy throws.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz,
73 yards.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by York is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And this goes out wide for Drake.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
York able to send this one through.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach...
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And that makes it 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They run again on first down, Chubb. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Watson now to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. On the move past the 40. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On the option right is Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
77 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
This is caught at the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 21-17.
Browns 17.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
On the move past the 40.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, Jackson. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw.
They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
John Johnson with the INT.
And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Now it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. He's got a man, complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie us at 24 all. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
A 60-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and they have regained the lead.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
84 yards on the ground for him so far. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Now Chubb running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Off of play action, it's Watson. It's caught, Cooper. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. Chubb on the counter. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. They run it again with Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Deshaun Jackson on the return. The Ravens take over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going to...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have retaken a third-quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 116 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A give running right is Chubb. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Watson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And
it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd down. Here's an option right. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Sione Takitaki able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay, 38 yards. And the Ravens get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And the script really is flipped for them. Their momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score down. And now Watson throws another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
The Ravens
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are right back in this football game. The Browns drive about to get started. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Watson off play action. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Faking the give, now Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. From the 27, Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well. And he connects on a big one there. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This from 54 yards away. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the line.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. There's the stiff arm, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And even 150 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. To throw, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Roquan Smith, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it, and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in the game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Watson to throw. And that is taken in by Njoku. This was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles's defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Baltimore, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.
I'm harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates. All my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment